we go. First video, like real video since we got the new boat. Camille Jr. and I came to Cleveland. Actually, Junior and I came to Cleveland, looked at a boat that Camille found online, then went straight back home. I mean, we were like on the road for 48 hours basically. Then Junior, Camille, and I, we basically made a deal on the boat. Then Junior, Camille, and I flew back 5 days later and bought the boat. Me and Junior spent 5 days provisioning and prepping the boat to make the trip from Cleveland to Fort Myers, Florida. Right now, we got a little wing on wing kind of going on here. We only got like, I don't know, maybe 10 knots of breeze and we're going dead downwind, so it's not like we're hauling butt or anything. But hey, it's a beautiful day on Lake Erie. What's up, man? What do you think?
I like it. It's nice and slow and easy and quiet and peaceful and restful after the crazy time we had the last 5 days. This is very enjoyable.
Very welcome.
To say the least. Yeah, very welcome. Ready to just relax a little bit.
Alright, well the wife's been on my case to start recording, so here we go, guys. We are cruising our 1980 Suncoast 48-foot steel-hulled Ketch from Cleveland, Ohio to Fort Myers, Florida. My brother has no sailing experience, basically. I have a limited amount, but some. So let's see how this goes. This is Guapa's farewell to Cleveland. Don't get in.
Huh?
Don't move. Stay over there for now. Yep. There you go. You see her going. It'll be a long time before it's gone, but you get the point. Alright, we'll give y'all a tour of the boat in Florida sometime when it's cleaned up. This thing is like an explosion all around because we were rushing to get out of there. It's a 41-year-old 48-foot steel-hull Ketch that's been in freshwater for all but 3 years of its life. And the fella that owned it passed away, I believe, in 2011. And then it got put on the hard until, I believe, 2019, 2020. So she's definitely got her quirks that we're going to work out. Like I found that both bilge pumps, the manual and the electric, need new diaphragms the hard way. But we're just a couple miles off the coast of Ohio. Oh, see that building? How's it at?
The towers.
Whatever.
You see the light blinking.
How we charge our phones and tablets on SV Guapa right now. It's a earlier 1980 vessel, so it doesn't have any 12 volt or USB plugs yet. Once we get back to Florida, we're gonna have to modernize her, do some repairs. You know, she's been neglected a long time. She really needs some love. So we're gonna make sure she gets it. Captain Ron was definitely a stud, Muffin. Here's a little sneak peek of the Suncoast 48. Let's pass that door. Let's pass that door. Now, I'm soloing my 48-foot, 24-ton empty, so it's probably 26, 27 tons right now. From Cleveland, Ohio. Well, actually, like Kunutawa, Anchorage. Sorry if I killed that. To Florida on the Gulf Coast. Yeehaw, man, this ought to be interesting. Right now, I'm under full Genoa with the wind on the aft starboard quarter. First time ever solo sailing. Is a night sail. Now pulled into the anchorage. I didn't like the way the anchorage was because there was a wall there, break wall of all huge rocks, and once I settled onto the anchor, my stern was to that rock break wall. And first time ever anchoring this boat. There's no way I was gonna leave my stern to I'd rather be out here. I'm like 10, 12 miles off the northern coast of Ohio or Pennsylvania right now. I'd much rather be out here than backed up to a damn break wall. Autopilot's taking good care of me so far. I definitely got a few things I need to fix on the boat in Erie, Pennsylvania. The temperature gauge on the engine was working fine all day. Then I turned it off at the anchorage, and after I restarted it because I didn't like the blah blah, the temperature gauge didn't work. So I investigated that, and I need to get diaphragms to rebuild my electric and manual bilge pumps. They're, I don't know, the boat's 40 years old. If they've ever been replaced, I don't know. And I know that this boat sat on the hard for like 9 years, so those diaphragms are surely just shot. You can hear one of them sucking past. The other one's just leaking like a sieve, so I'm gonna rebuild both of those, hopefully in Erie. The boat does still have 2, I believe, auto bilge pumps. So, should be just fine. Like I said, I'm just skirting the coast. Well, I'm not skirting the coast, but miles off the coast. Well within capability of receiving help if needed, though, I believe, on a pretty quick. But I don't think I'll need it. Oh, Guapa's got me, man. This is a tough old girl right here. Wait until y'all meet her. Alright, day 2 of being alone. Well, actually, first full day of being alone on this big ass boat. Going good. I ended up just overnighting it because I didn't like that anchorage. I went to like 6 this morning. I was gonna stop in Erie, but they were dredging the channel, and right by the dredges were the anchorage, and I didn't like that either. So I just came back out, taking little 1-hour naps out here. About, I don't know, 5 miles off the north coast of America. Headed for Buffalo.
Should be there around, I don't know, 7 or 8 tonight. I think I found an anchorage there. See what happens. Just pull up in there like we own the place, like I did in Dunkirk. Wish I had been recording, because I docked the boat like a boss, man. Some really nice guys stopped at the dock to help. If you fellas happen to see this, thank you. Appreciate the hand. Backlighting sucks, I know. Sorry, guys. But, working on it, man. We're moving on, getting in the right direction here. Got 4 to 6 foot swell in Lake Erie today, it seems like. See the Genoa out there. Alright, situation update here. I did the solo crossing from Kayanu, Ohio, I think, or maybe New York. I'll have to look it up, put it on the screen or whatever. But to Buffalo solo, my first ever solo overnight was on Lake Erie. Oh man, it was beautiful. The stars were out, clear sky, had like, I don't know, 10, 12 knots of breeze probably. Going slow, but it was just beautiful and smooth. The next day it blew up. Had 6 foot swell. I seen a squall coming, and I had the Genoa out only because the wind was piping pretty good anyway. And cruising 6.5 knots with just the Genoa downwind mostly. Anyway, I thought, okay, well, let me reef the Genoa for the squall just in case it's blowing really hard. Ooh, my bad. So let me reef the Genoa in case this, brings extra wind. And just turn on the motor and go ahead and furl the Genoa. Well, I furled the Genoa before I turned on the motor. First mistake. Then the motor wouldn't start because the battery was dead. Come to find out, the ignition switch on the boat, the springs wore out, so when you start it, it doesn't automatically return to accessory. I noticed the alternator gauge had spiked and then went to 12, and I went in the engine room. I looked at the alternators, the belts were on, they were spinning, all the wires were connected, and my house bank showed good. And so I thought it was just a malfunctioning gauge. Well, it turns out it was that ignition switch stuck on, fried the starter solenoid. So then I went out and put a little more Genoa back out to get better steerage, because I ended up in the trough on 6 foot swell. Emptied all the shelves in the boat real quick. And I got steerage back, and I sailed on the rest of the way to Buffalo, knowing my engine was dead, and I called Towboat US on the way and let them know I was coming into Buffalo with no auxiliary engine, that I would need a tow to the marina. So they came out. When I was a couple miles out, the wind switched around and started coming basically straight from Buffalo. So they came out and pulled me in. I got to the dock. The dock has no power, so I can't charge the battery that went dead, except for off of the Jackery little battery pack, which does not like running even that little trickle charger. But hey, they wouldn't call it an adventure if it was easy, right?
Robert got to Buffalo, New York on his first day of solo sailing. When he arrived, he started video recording so he understood where the lines connected to the mast as well as the mizzen. He was going to meet up with a company to be able to get them stepped down, and he needed to create some sawhorses to be able to house the mast as well as the mizzen and the boom. Here's a picture of them stepping down the mast. He also needed to wait a week or two for the starter to come in. Once the starter came in, he was able to install it so he's able to motor his way down the canals because his masts were stepped down.
Alright, the adventure has begun. Erie Canal, here we come. See the masts. This is my first lift bridge here. And I think we're good, man. Shouldn't have no problem. I was supposed to be able to fit all the way up the canal, so shouldn't have a problem with this, but we're fixing to find out.
Stay tuned for next week as Robert continues his journey back to Florida, traveling the Buffalo Canals. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification button so it allows you to see when our next video is. Thank you for watching.